So corporate deal making is staging a comeback in 2011. In the restaurant sector, who are some of the likely targets?
The restaurant sector is interesting, and I think as you set the stage for corporate deal making, like one thing to bear in mind is the private equity capital sitting on the sidelines.
Yeah.
And the restaurant business could be a very interesting targets for the private equity firms to spend their war chests. So a few names might come to mind are Wendy's and their ongoing saga with Arby's and involvement of Nelson Peltz and having an activist shareholder there definitely speaks volumes to the potential for a transaction. You also have Jack in the Box, an interesting play there. With Jack in the Box, as it knows, also their chain Qdoba for their Mexican casual chain, fast casual, possibly falling in the road down of Chipotle, which used to be owned by McDonald's. So there is a roadmap for them of having a untapped jewel like a Qdoba that potentially could go a little bit more national and give them another opportunity to increase shareholder value. And then you also have a player like a Sonic with their drive-in and a big cult following. But I think what's interesting with all three of those, why they could be interesting from a private equity, is take a step back and think about a classic LBO. You're looking for predictable cash flows, you're looking for a turnaround opportunity, you're looking to take a company to another level and improve operations. And all of them have that potential. They're more regional, they're clearly in the shadow of McDonald's or Burger King, but there is a potential for new management in a private company as opposed to being in the public spotlight to take the company to a higher level.
How would you think that a private equity firm is going to take a Wendy's or an Arby's or a Jack in the Box or a Sonic and differentiate from the big players like McDonald's and Burger King?
I think those firms are going to need to think, how can we differentiate ourselves from McDonald's, from Burger King? What can we do that they're not? That's where Qdoba could come in. That's where the Jack in the Box. It's got a cult following, and it's a very different, interesting feel than the mass of McDonald's, or even you go into more of the fast casual of Panera. It's a very different feel there. So they need to think new growth opportunities from new regions in the United States or regions outside the United States, especially emerging markets, to potentially take that brand to another higher level.